Greetings! Welcome to the Devlog for hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. We're going to start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, it is an accidental arm swinger jump to start, and then we're going to be doing a bit of a feature preview. I know I originally said I was going to not work on systems and just throw a bunch of new content in the game, but the thing is, the moment I said that, I kind of relaxed because there wasn't an expectation that I was doing big system work, which meant I immediately found the energy and inspiration to do some big system work, and so decided to get something off my back, or get most of the way there, and there it is. There's that button up there. That's right, the new vault system for our item spawner, and I am super excited to show it to you. Let's raise that up a little bit. Let's grab ourselves a testing implement. And you know what? Let's first grab. I'm going to totally tempt fate here. Going off script, and cool. So we got something to test with. So let's take a look at how this works, because this is going to be some new functionality for the game, and I'm going to be sort of interlinking a bunch of things even further as I get this all working. So if we go over to the save vault, you're going to be presented with something that sort of looks kind of a little more file system-y than our old vault. The old vault, while quite functional and fast to use, has a whole bunch of implicit behavior in it. You can't see many entries at once. It gets sluggish once there's a whole bunch of entries. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is not so great about it that I am aiming to fix. So let us put our implement that we wish to save down on the vault. So what is the flow for this? So basically, you've got only one button you can use here at the beginning, which is new files. So we create a new file. It doesn't have a name yet, so we can just call this M9 A3, test 1, like so. We can't save it yet because it doesn't contain anything. We can scan the items on the shelf, like so, and it will show what we've scanned in, as well as a creation date. Wait, that doesn't... What? I need to fix that. It's probably because it's returning a default value. Anyway, so we've got that in there. Wouldn't be a devlog without some bugs. And then we can save this file. So we can click Save New, like that, and we will see that it will be in our file list here. You're going to be able to sort that file list a number of ways. This isn't functional yet, but this is now in the vault, which means I can immediately spawn so if I just put that back in my pocket, I can spawn another one of it. You'll notice an immediate difference from the past behavior. Notice how the position of this is now set up exactly how I left it. In fact, I can go ahead and put this here instead, right? Click Scan Items on Shelf to sort of refresh that, and then I can override it like that, and now it spawns over here instead. Let's say I like to play with a pair of these. I could put them here and be all cool, and you're like, oh, what? That's right. Scan them. Now it shows that there is an object count of 2 in this vault file with our 2 ones there. Overwrite this, confirm, and throw those. Whoop, arm swing or jump. Bam! Ready to go. So yeah, haha. Trying to get the workflow of this significantly smoother. And then we can just close the file when we're done with it. One of the things that's neat about this too is the fact that we don't even have to save a file to use some of the functionality. Some of you might just be playing around in such a way, right? Let's get those all out of here. Let's clean everything up. Let's say you're just playing around, you want to jump into a run, and you're like, you know what? I want to play with a gold 1911. I want to give it a sweet, I don't know, this kind of suppressor sort of thing. Just pop that on there, right? pop that in there, and I'm like, I enjoy the gun that I made. I want 2 of them to quickly play. You don't even have to save a file for this. You can just go new file, scan items on shelf, and spawn, and it just pops you another one out. We didn't even have to add to our file list for the future, and it can use the sort of, because it's essentially passing the gun through the same encoding and decoding system without actually writing it to disk. Oh, what a great sound. What a great sound. Bam. Ah, wonderful. So yeah, so that is now functional. There's a bunch of stuff that isn't yet functional with this that I definitely want to work on. The keyboard still needs a little bit of work so that it's actually displaying whether you're in upper or lowercase. I'm gonna have, because not everyone wants to like have to write out a file name every time. That's, once again, that's like added time, added workflow step. There's gonna be an auto button here, which is basically just going to grab the name of the sort of the main object and then probably append something, probably just like the date and time or something like that. Just something so that you can just, if you're just like rolling off things really rapidly and don't want to futz, you can just hit one button and then hit save and then you're good. There's going to be a link right here that's going to take you to a help menu for how to use this system, because a lot of people will not have watched this devlog, and so they will not know. Bam. Whew, what else? Oh, and as some of you have probably noticed, up here on set mode here, there's a second option here called Loadouts. The way that's going to work is that it's going to be the same sort of multi-item scan that you see here, except it's only going to look at things that are in your quick belt slots. And so what it's going to do is it's going to encode all of the objects. It's going to encode the specific quick belt configuration that you have, and as long as I can make it not break when I do this, I'm gonna try to actually get it to like recognize things like backpacks and stuff and also slot things in. It's a little more challenging to reconstruct that sometimes because there's some hinky ways that quick belts can be used in non-traditional ways, but that should all work when I get it working. So yeah, so this is going to be our new vault. Part of the reason that I'm not pushing an update even for testing yet is that I've just been trucking on this and nothing else all week. It's still pulled apart. I've actually introduced a couple glitches into the spawner. But yeah, but that's working well. One of the things that I still need to figure out the full sort of user data flow is that what I would like is something along the lines where you will see, say you've pulled up some specific gun like this, and you have a version of it saved to your vault somewhere. I would like there to be some sort of like button right here that you could click to jump right to that file in the vault. I'm considering taking this tutorials and usage info thing here and changing this into a modal button here where it has like help and then or tutorials, and then on here it'll have like vault or something like that. So if you click that, if there's a vault file with it, you'll be able to click that and it'll jump you right over the vault tab and select it if it's in the sort of single objects category. That's probably, like, once again, it's, how to put this, it's to do right now. The elegance of this system, right, is that I don't have to open any of these vault files. So you could have 2,000 vault files right now, and this would not start to chug because all I'm doing is looking at the file names and the date modified and stuff. The moment that I let you jump to them here, I am gonna have to like parse or cache the vault files, which could get chuggy, so I'm still trying to come up with a smart way to get that information out while dealing with the edge case of, I know some of you nutters are just gonna be like, I'm gonna put every gun in the entire game into my vault, and just put my favorite suppressor or the bike horn on every one, and so I have to deal with that case. But yeah, but that is what I'm still working on, and getting the loadouts. The loadouts is super broken, but I am feeling good about it in the future. but I hope this gets you excited, and my goal is to have this ready for you folks to start playing with in an update next week. It'll still be restricted to this scene and the grill house. That's the only scenes that I have this in until this is 100% ready to ship, because it'll be a big migration to actually sub out the old spawner with this. But I want to make sure it is 100% functional. But it just took a huge step forward towards being more complete this week, and I am just super pumped about it. So yeah. Well, that's our little devlog video for this week. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next week. Peace.